Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. You can be part of the program. Yes, you can. You can talk to us on Twitter or channels_sports, Facebook channels IFA Sports. Time to talk about the Nigeria Professional Football League. We love our own football because sometimes even interesting to talk about the issues. So let's begin with Enugu Rangers. They needed to bounce back in that rescheduled fixture against Kano Pillars. They did. Good one for them. Words on the street, maybe this can act as a springboard for their season.
No, they don't have any other choice. You remember we spoke about this last Monday, that how do they respond? It's very important for them to respond properly. And I think what we're beginning to see the sign of positive response from Rangers. There was no other way than to beat Pillars and to do it in a convincing manner. So it's good for them, but they need to quickly know what they want to do. As we said last week, who is leading this team? Are they sticking to the caretaker coach? Are they getting a new man? This mid-season break, is a very good opportunity to quickly do whatever you need to do and let these boys get a new orientation as they go for the more crucial second round of the season. They have a lot of quality, no doubt about it. The distractions of continental football is done with now, so they can focus on bouncing back. And I think with the 3-1 win over Kano Pillars, the road to recovery, the journey to recovery has begun for the Flying Antelopes. I know
if they could score 3 goals, you start wondering, where did they leave those scoring boots? How come they left it so late? But nonetheless, could Chukwuma Agbo can start believing that this team have rediscovered their form?
That was the greatest problem Rangers had this season. I mean, they were conceding goals. We are not scoring. In fact, on the continent, they scored very few number of goals. In the first game against Algeria, they scored away 1-1, and they didn't score in Enugu. So, I mean, if they could start scoring 3-1 and consolidate on this form, that means that their journey, their gradual, climbing up the ladder has started. But it's still a long way to go. They are still rooted at the bottom of the table. But this is good 3 points, and for them. If they can consolidate in the remaining rescheduled games, they still have to play Wiki Tourists at home, play Sunshine Stars in Akure. These are tough games.
Plateau United as well.
And Plateau United. So,
but I think they've recruited some new players. One of them scored a goal. Some good players. I hope these guys can gel quickly with the team. But then this is a very good time for them to sort themselves out. It's a mid-season, so whatever you need to do quickly, adjust yourself, and get ready for the second round of the season. It's going to be tough in the second round. Yeah,
very tough. So they'll be needing a lot of psychological work. Tell themselves that they put themselves into this, and it's only Enugu Rangers that can take Enugu Rangers out of it. So it was good for Enugu Rangers beating Kano Pillars, but it wasn't good for Kano Pillars because that made sure that they had not, recorded any victory in the month of April. And then Coach Kadri Kana out of the way.
A lot of stories around how Coach Kadri had to leave. Some said after the loss to Aqua United, the story of assault and all of that. Kadri Kana is not exactly a young man that can take a lot of passion, a lot of assaults. And as a respected coach, so I think he's had enough and he had to throw in the towel. But I'm disappointed because Kano Pillars do not have the distractions of continental football, and season in, season out, for the past 2 or 3 years, we've always, we've always tipped Pillars to do amazing things in the league because of the quality that they have and the kind of support that they have at home. But it looks like people have discovered their magic. It's no longer working. They have to reinvent whatever will work for them so that they can bounce back. With the support that they get, because this club is massively supported by the Kano State government. They don't lack anything. And so you find it difficult to understand why the result is not coming their way. So they really need to sort things out. And I think it's also important for them to talk about, do something about the attitude of their fans. If you want to be able to keep your best players, your best coaches, your fans need to be supportive. When you lose games at home, it's not the time to run after them or threaten them. It's the time to rally around them and make sure they're able to achieve. So, Pillars, I can't even lay my hands on what their problem is, but it's not just working for them this season.
The game only is supposed to be fair play. And Kano Pillars, Onye, do you think they treated Coach Kadri unfairly? Because we didn't get to hear anything about what happened after the game against Aqua United. And as Toyin just mentioned, Kadri Kana, experienced coach in the NPFL. You shouldn't push such a coach around and expect him to just stand and look at you. I think Kano Pillars also have some explanation to do.
Yeah, I think they tried to downplay, what happened to Kadri Kana, the assault, and the story of, how he left Kano for Abeokuta. By the way, he didn't travel with the team to Enugu. He was not on the bench. He's still recuperating from, the beatings he received from some hoodlums in Kano. So I think it's quite unfortunate. I read some statements credited to the chairman of the club, Tuko Bangida, who said that the former coach didn't communicate, directly to them, that they read on social media, and later on, the agent that brought him to Kano, contacted him that Kadri Kana will not be able to continue with the club. Like Toyin said, the chairman also admitted that they are not owing the players. They are well motivated. Everything that is due to them has been given. But there were some two key issues that I highlighted from what he said. He said the players complained that the formation adopted by Coach Kadri Kana, was not favorable to them. And the fans were putting them under pressure at home. So if they are able to sort out these two issues, perhaps they will gradually, come up the ladder. But as it is now, for a team of Kano Pillars' pedigree, it's shameful that they are where they are. They need to start doing something and doing it very fast.
I agree. Who will replace Kadri Kana now?
Wow.
A lot of names.
A lot of names.
Mama in the picture, but
the man from Jos who used to be coach of Nassau United, the soldier.
Is it Bernard?
No, not Bernard Ogbe. The former no, not Damlog. The man who lives in Jos, I've forgotten his name, has also been linked to the club. And if they need to get the coach, they have to do it very fast, because the next stanza will soon start, and the players should start, adopting to the philosophy of the new coach. I mean Zachary Baraje.
Yeah, Zachary Baraje. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. Vacant job at Kano Pillars, definitely. I will not be applying. Only Anthony will also not be applying.
But if they pay you 10 million, you take the risk.
And then they sack me the following day because I will not be able to.
Before they sack, the fans will have reduced your size. Will have reduced your size.
And if we're worried, for Coach Kadri Kana, what's the problem with Wiki Tourist? They did so well last season. Now 17th on the log, and if care is not taken,
the same story. I mean, it's the same story that applies to Wiki. Although for Wiki, they lost the magic man.